Today we continue our celebration of the Epiphany of the Lord and close out the Christmas Epiphany season. In our gospel, we celebrate Jesus being revealed to the world as he is baptized in the River Jordan by John the Baptist. This is yet another Epiphany that the church celebrates. The readings today proclaim that Jesus is publicly beginning his role as servant of God. God reveals to the people that Jesus is the beloved Son in whom God the Father is well pleased. Our first reading is from the Old Testament, from the book of Isaiah, and it's part of his suffering servant commentaries, prophecies. Isaiah shares God's words of being pleased with the servant that he has chosen. He is the one in whom God's Spirit will dwell. Isaiah reveals that God will send one who will be a true servant of God. The servant will be made known by God's Spirit dwelling within him. He will be marked by his humble way of acting. And I quote, "Although he is humble, he will perform mighty deeds and be a light to the people and bring freedom and healing to those in need." End of quote. This reading is meant to encourage those who feel oppressed. God reassures them that their oppression is over. He will send one who will prepare the way so that the Lord can come to his people and take care of them. Our second reading from the Acts of the Apostles, has Peter proclaiming the truth of Jesus' ministry. He's verifying it for us. He begins with the baptism by John the Baptist. And what followed was Jesus' healing and teaching ministry to the people. And ultimately, peace brought to the people through his life, through his death, and through his resurrection. Our gospel is a brief but yet a powerful account of Jesus' baptism by John. The gospel begins with John the Baptist proclaiming that he is not the Messiah. He is only a servant of the one who is coming. And then Jesus comes, and John baptizes him. The Epiphany of Jesus is revealed as the Holy Spirit appears and descends upon him as a dove, and God speaks the words, "You are my beloved Son. In you I am well pleased." John the Baptist has been announcing the coming of the one who will fulfill the promises of old. The one who is coming is greater than John. And then we read that Jesus humbly enters the river, and John proceeds to baptize him. For Jesus, his baptism is not for his own sake. He is already one with the Father and the Holy Spirit. His baptism is a manifestation. It is a materialization of the relationship which already exists. Jesus is now officially and publicly being sent out on his mission. Today we celebrate not only the last day of Christmas and the Epiphany season and the beginning of Jesus' public life, we also recall our own baptism and our life as daughters and sons of God, and our mission to continue his ministry. Our lives should be epiphanies of God's work in our own lives, and we show this by doing good to others. God is with each and every one of us. God is speaking to us here the same words spoken to Jesus. "You are my beloved child. With you I am well pleased."